welcome to day 10 of Salesforce Cpq Training. My name is Olu Samuel, and I'm here with Blackforce. So let's get going real quick. I'm not going to waste too much time. So yesterday, I was doing something with Smart Approval, right? But anyway, I'll tell you what I did eventually. So I didn't change anything. So what I did was I enabled Smart Approval on both rules. Okay. I'll show you in a moment. So if I go to Cpq, I think we get a completed course today. We get a complete this training today, probably maybe same time. Maybe I think I have enough content to get us through for the rest of the day, like the next 2 hours, or probably less or a little bit more. We'll see. So if I go to approval chains, I'm just going to open this. Don't want that. So if I open this and then, I'm going to open this. I don't need this for now. So I'm going to open this and this. So if I go to the condition, if I just open this. So basically what I did that is different from what I did yesterday was I enabled Smart Approval on both of them, okay? I enabled on this one as well, right? So that's basically what I did. So now if I go to the quote, and I already tested it anyway, so hopefully it should be good. So what I'm going to do is if I go to related, I just want to make sure that I don't have any approval. And I also want to make sure that there's nothing in the approval status. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll edit the lines. And I would say add products. Let's just see what, okay, actually didn't check. Okay, it's okay. I'll just add this one. So select and yeah. Okay, I'll just save this. So let's preview the approval. Okay, so that's good. So we have the sales manager and the director, right? So that's good. So if I click on submit approval, okay, so let's refresh. If we do, okay, pending, okay, good. So if I go to related tab, and so what I'm going to do is, so you guys can see requested assigned, right? That's because this person requested it, right? So I'm going to open both of them. I just want to show you the what's it called? I keep forgetting the name. This Smart Approval, right? This one here. Yeah, I just want to explain this stuff to you, okay? So I open, so this is for the sales manager. So I'm going to approve the one for the sales manager. I'm going to approve this, okay? And the other one I'm going to reject. I'm going to approve, okay? This one, I'm going to reject. This is the director, right? Yeah, so I'm going to reject. So now I'm going to close this. I will refresh this page and see what we have. Okay, so now we should have approved and rejected. Okay, good. So now we have approved and rejected, right? So the way the Smart Approval works is next time the rep or sales rep or whoever is submitting this, next time they submit this, it's not going to require the sales manager to approve again, because automatically the system knew that they already approved. So it will just go directly to the director of sales, right? So one more thing, let me just do preview, just see. Okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do now, this is what I wanted to show you guys yesterday. So if I do, okay, I'll just do submit again, right? So now I'm gonna refresh. And if I go to the related tab, yeah, so you guys can see that. So now it's no longer, it's bypassing the sales manager because they already approved before. Now it's going directly to the director of sales because that's that. Sometimes, depending on the project requirement, you might get that option to enable smart approval, or sometimes they might still require that the sales manager still review. So then you can check, you can enable or disable that checkbox. Okay, so now the approval kicked in, right? So as you guys can see, it bypassed the sales manager, and this is what I wanted to show you guys yesterday. But there's more you can do with this approval process, advanced approval. So I just want to encourage you guys to play around, try different things, just try different things, right? But I just wanted to show you some concepts on advanced approval. Okay, so now let's start from where we stopped yesterday. So if I go to, where did we stop? We stopped at, okay, code template. So what I'm going to do, I want to show you guys some stuff today. Okay, so if I go to this and code template, 1 second, I need to do something as well. So I'm going to go here. Actually, I'll show you that in a little while. So in our code template, and by the way, guys, I have another project for you guys that you guys can work on after today. You should be able to complete this project, right? So please work on project 1, 2, and the prize rule project, and create okay, you can do that. So create a user in your org and share with me. I would like to review, or actually, I think if you can record a video explaining what you did and share with me, or if you want to share I think the video would be better because that would save some time for me rather than going into each and everyone's org, right? So if you could record a video of what you did in project 1 and project 2 and also your assignment, so that would all amount to getting a reward, right? Okay, so please, and again, it's also for your own development. It's for you to get some hands-on experience, as you guys already know. As you guys have seen, so there's nothing too crazy with Cpq. It's like one of us mentioned yesterday. It's just about understanding the logics. And what I found with Cpq is by the time you work on 2 or 3 projects, you will pretty touch on most of the parts in Cpq. The only part that you might not touch is the development part of it. But again, usually I just let them know, hey, I'm not a developer, so I don't want anyone asking me to do. Even though I can do it, like I can do some Apex stuff, right? But I would still just let them know that. So the reason being that if anything breaks, I don't, you just want to protect yourself, right? So yeah, but aside from that, you guys, if you work on 2 or 3 projects or maximum 4 Cpq projects in real time, you would touch base on pretty much everything in Cpq, So if you guys can work on these 2 projects that I gave you, including a prize rule, that amounts, so mini project 1 and mini project 2 amounts to a full project, a full project, including the the one that I added as well, the price rule. So if you guys can work on that, that amounts to a full project. Okay. So you have like 3-minute projects to work on. Okay. All right. So what was I going to do? So I'm going to come here. Okay. So I'm going to go to classic. What I want to do is we want to have a logo in our document, right? And we also want to have a watermark, right? So let me just see that document. Let me just see. So, and we want to have we want to have an attachment as well, but 1 second. So if I go back to this, it was in the code, right? Now it's showing in, okay. I think this is the one we used yesterday. Review documents. We're just going to make some customizations to this document. Okay, so we want to add a logo, right? So let's see how we can do that. So if I go to here, so you can copy the ID just like I showed you the other day, but I'll do it again here, okay? So I want to go to, we can do the watermark first. I'll do the watermark. I'll do this. And yeah, let's do this. So I'll start with this. So I'm just going to copy this ID. I would go back in logo ID here. I would just paste that in there. And then let me see what, so I'll do the same for watermark as well. So this is, okay, I can close this. This is PDF. I'll come back to that in a moment. So I will copy again, copy, and I would go here, the watermark, okay? And I think that's all I need to do. And yeah, there's something else that I remembered. I was trying to remember that yesterday, but so if I go to, yeah, so the width in here in total, like everything in total has to be 100. If it's more than 100, then that document would start going beyond those margins, right? It would start going outside of the view. So you're not going to be able to see the view properly, right? So whatever you're doing, there's just try and make sure that in total, like whatever you have here in total, like whatever width you have is not more than 100, right? So in here, I was trying to remember that yesterday. So that's that one. So what did we just do? So if I go to logo, okay. So where is our document? So I can close this. I can close this. I would just refresh this page. And let's see if the changes came in. Can you guys see that? So we just attached a logo to that document, right? And so now we don't have the watermark. So why is the watermark not showing? I'll tell you why. That's why I open, it was this, right? Yeah. So what we want to do on this code is we want to enable watermark. Yeah, so watermark shown is currently disabled, right? So what you do, click on that, enable, make it true, and save, right? And you guys, you can just see like all of these things are pretty straightforward, right? It's just a matter of, oh, okay, where do I find that watermark? Yeah, and then, okay, I can find it on the code document and things like that, right? So it's just a matter of those little things. So let's refresh one more time and see if that's going to come up. Can you guys see that? Did you see the changes? So now we have a watermark document and we have our logo, right? So in real time, you gotta make it nicer than this. I'm just trying to show you how to do this stuff, right? But in real time, so sometimes what's going to happen in real time is you will get have a developer on the team. So most of the time, this part is not going to fall to you. So what they do is they have like an HTML script that is built purposely for this, right? So it's gonna make it look nicer. Like you can have the logo there, you can have these move to another page, like all of this here. This can go to another page. Then you're gonna have a terms and condition page as well. So everything is gonna look so good, right? But we're just using out of the box tools at the moment, right? But in real time, I'll probably show you where to do the HTML if you want to practice with it as well, right? So if I go back here and here, so now I want to add the PDF. So if I do, so did you guys see what I did? I'm just going to cancel. So I was in the code template, okay? I went to the related tab. So this is where you're going to see the line columns. This is where you break it into sections, okay? So let's say you want to have page 1 focused on the company's logo and address and everything like that. Then you create a section, okay? And then let's say you want to have page 2 focus on these line items like this product descriptions and everything. Then page 3, then you create another one for page 3 for your terms and conditions and things like that. Okay. So if I can show you, I'll show you. But this is, and again, remember in real time, you're probably not going to be using this. You're going to be using DocuSign or Conga. So that's fine. So what I wanted to show you, okay. This, if I go here, I already copied it, right? So let me just see. Okay, I can close this tab now. And we're gonna say, okay, I'll leave it as a code PDF attachment, right? And I'll make the display order that. So code templates, it's gonna be part of that. And I would say save for now. I would say save for now. So if I go back here, I'll show you something in a moment. So if I go back to, so we have that, right? Okay, so if I go back to this document, I would refresh. Can you guys see that? Now it's changed, right? So now it's changed. So this is our code document, right? So this is sorry, which one? So this is our PDF, right? This is available content. It's currently not added. So if I do preview, it's probably not going to show. It shouldn't. But anyway, okay, someone is asking a question. Can you guys hear me? Someone says they've joined. Okay. All right. Please, can you help one of us that is probably not able to hear me? Maybe just someone can type in the chat that they can probably restart their computer or do something on their end. So, but anyway, so you guys can see that now if I close this, if I click on this and move to this side and do preview, now we should have this PDF document attached to that our document, right? So now you guys can see that I just quickly created something, right? So now it's attached to the second page, right? So that is how so let's say you just want to attach the terms and conditions. It's probably somewhere already. You can just attach it this way, right? Or let's say you want to attach, like different stuff in here, then you can do the same as well. So that's that. So if I go here and go, I want to do one more thing. If I do edit and I say required and save, what's going to happen is this document, it's going to remain here permanently, right? So remember the other time I pulled it from this window here to the included document, right? So if I refresh this page, now both of them would remain on that side. So let's refresh just to confirm. Yeah, so you guys can see that already, right? So now our normal document, I don't need this. So you guys can see that, right? So if I try to, you see, it's not going to allow you to move it back. Why? Because we say that it's required. We're saying that it's required. So now you see that it's not going to allow you to move it back. So but I don't want to make it required. So I might forget to do that. So what I'll do is I would check this, I would save. So that's about generating documents and all these things in Cpq, right? So it's probably not an area that you should know just in case you ever work on a project that requires you to know to work on this stuff, right? But most of the time, you probably do a little bit of configuration and stuff, and the developer will do their own bit as well. So there's one more thing that I want to do here. So if I go here, I'll just quickly type it in, install packages. So if we go to Cpq configure, and we go to, I think it's documents or something. If we go to, yeah, we're already on documents. Yeah, so this full page preview. So what is that gonna do? So if I preview this right now, you guys would see the difference in a moment, right? So okay, so you guys can see that, right? So if we say full page preview, save that. Okay, I like to save it twice. All right, so that's good. So now if I close this, refresh, that should fix that. Okay, so if you ever wanted to come up in the full preview, then that's how to do that. Okay, so if I do a preview, yeah, you guys see the difference, right? So now you have a full page. Okay, so yeah, your second assignment requires you to create a document, right? So no, not your second assignment, your second project requires you to do this, right? So I want to see that from you guys. Okay, so I might come back and yeah, I don't have an okay. Yeah, one more thing that I wanted to show you guys as well. Okay, if I go here, I'm not going to create this, but I'll show you guys how to do that because I don't have the HTML. So in here, you can have like a section name. So you can say terms and conditions. You can do like, it's just about the page, right? So you can have a page break. So you can say you want to have it before or after and things like that. You can say you want to keep it on the previous page. And what else do I want to show you guys here? So I'm not gonna, okay, let me just do something. I think I need to, okay. Okay, I'm gonna delete it anyway because I don't need it. Okay. Yeah, so you go to the line columns. Oh, no, not this one. 1 second. I want to show you guys something, but anyway, this is not too much. Okay, not this one. I'm gonna come out of this, but if I go to uh, template content, yeah, so template content. If I say new, yeah, so this is where you create that HTML, okay? And then you get to reference that in here, right? So where it says the template section. So let's say, for example, you created an HTML that looks really nice. Again, the developers is going to do this, right? They might pass it on to you, but and to complete whatever you need to do here, right? But they're going to create that HTML or line items or code terms or whatever you want to create that is in here. So once that is done, you can click on this button and attach that to this test that I created, right? But again, I'm not, oh, come on. So I'm not going to I'm not going to do that. So Mm. So if I just delete this, okay, good. So now I'm going to be moving on to where is that? Other management. Okay, so I want to talk about other management tonight. So if I just, you guys have seen this before. So if I, where is my diagram? Okay, so you guys have seen something like this before, right? So whatever we have here is pretty much the same as this as well. Okay, it's it's pretty much almost the same, but this is from Salesforce. But I want to come back to this, right, and talk about it. So if I go to this diagram and just start talking about it, so you guys know that campaign is where, like, whenever his company is introducing a new product into the market, right? So they run a campaign, they advertise and stuff like that, right? And from that campaign, they start getting leads. So like customers who have shown some sort of interest in the ads or campaign, right? So those are the business leads. And then we convert the interested leads into account. And from account, you guys know all of this anyway. So from account, we take the primary contact details and everything, right? Then we can also create an opportunity, right? So you know that we can create an opportunity. So I'm just kind of going in that order. Then from that opportunity, we create a quote, right? So far, you guys know all of these. We have seen this so far, right? So we've seen opportunity, we've seen quote and things like that. So next, we got to go into other contracts, and under contracts, we have subscription and assets, amendments, and renewals, right? So for the order, this is where we create an order from a quote, and you can also create an order from opportunity as well, right? So contract is once an order has been created, then we will create a contract if any subscription is involved, right? If there is no subscription involved, then that we're not going to be able to do that. So once we create a contract, it will create subscriptions and assets. If we have subscription products, it will create subscriptions and assets, right? So assets are standalone products. Okay, assets are standalone products. So, and you guys know that this is coming from the contract directly, and subscription is nothing but your subscription products. Okay, and we have, after that, we can amend. We're gonna go through these anyway, so we can amend, right? So amendments is when the customer requires any changes in between the term, right? So let's say they subscribe to some services, and is there a way to enable languages in case you want to generate templates? Yeah, I think we covered this in the first or second day. We talked about the it's still the same way anyway. I think it's one of those first 2 or 3 days video. We talked about that language stuff. Yeah. Okay, sorry, where was I? So amendments is let's say there is a term that it's 1 year, right? And maybe 6 months into that term, the customer is asking for an upgrade. Like I have internet connectivity, and after 6 months I'm being sold on something, or I saw an ad as, oh, okay, you know what, I want to make an amendment to my current contract, right? So that is where that one comes in. And the renewal means when the customer wants to renew same services for upcoming period, right? This is the life cycle of Cpq order management. So no one would ask you, but if you're ever asked, this is the other management life cycle, right? And I kind of explained something a little bit similar to this during the admin and consultant class as well. So if you have the video to that, you can also refer to that. It's kind of similar, just that Cpq, we have more objects to this, right? So if I go back to this note, so we have 4 ways to create order. Okay, we can create, well, it's 2 ways, but in those two, then we have different ways to do that, right? So I just said 4. So you can say 2, you can say 4, whatever works for you, that's fine. So in opportunity, we can create the order using the ordered checkbox, and we can also use the order button, right? Same thing in the code as well. We can use the order checkbox, or we can use the order button. Okay. I just put a screenshot here, but it's pretty much saying the same thing. Okay. And what happens in is that most of the time, these fields are not enabled by default. So we have to add them from the page layout to create multiple orders. Okay. So whenever you're working in CPQ, as long as you've done your your pre-installation steps checklist and post-installation steps, you should be good with most of the page layouts. But even after that, things like this might not be showing. So I feel that the first thing you want to check is just check the page layout, make sure that you have the CPQ page layout. Then you can now drag and drop any of this in the fields, right? In the sections, and you can save that. Okay. So now let's play around a little bit in the org. If I go to, yeah, if I go to this one, I need the code. So what we're gonna do, let's just check. So I remember dragging this at some point during the training, but we need more than this, okay? So I'm just gonna say order by, and order by code line group. Where is that? Yeah, this one here. I think that's all we need for now. And then I'm gonna go to mobile and lightning. I need to create other buttons. So if I just drag that here, so one of these should be good. All right, so then we need to go to the related list as well, just to check that we have others there. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna save this. I like to do a quick save. Save. I'll do the same for opportunity as well, okay? Opportunity. I'll go to page layout. I would say CPQ opportunity layout. I would add, let's just say it's not there. So if I say ordered, yeah, I'll just bring it here. I'm gonna put a blank space in between so I can quickly find it. If I go to the related list, did I do the button? Wait. Related list. Orders, where is it? It's not there, so I'm just gonna drag this. Oops, orders, and then buttons. Did I do the button for the other one? Create order. What else do I need? 1 second. So I need this. Okay, that should be good. 1 second. So ordered. Do we have one here? So I can. 1 second. I need to do this. So now, where did they go? Okay, here it is. So I'll just put it there for now. So that's good. So I'm going to do a quick save, and I'm going to save this. Okay, so we should be good. If anything is missing, we can always come back. Okay, so now if I go back to here, I'll go to opportunity. I would click on any one of this actually. If I click on this, so yeah, so this is what we did, right? So let's try something here. It's probably going to throw up an error, but let's see. It's probably going to say something. Yeah, so opportunity must have a primary code in order. Yeah, that's fine. So this is the code, right? So if I open this in a new tab, I'm gonna make it primary. Okay. So basically what it's saying is you cannot do that without having this as primary, right? I explained this as well in the first two videos. So let's save this. Still probably going to throw another error. Probably if we've already completed this, right, it's going to throw another error. Let me just check something here. What is the, yeah, this has been recalled. Yeah, there's something wrong here. We have an issue there. I'll probably need to create a new one just to be on the safe side, but it's okay. Primary. Yeah. You gotta get this before you can create an order, generate a document, a contract, or an opportunity, right? So we gotta go back to, let's try and save this. All right, so that's good. So before contracting this, I'll calculate its primary code. That's fine. There's one more thing that I want to do here as well. So if I go to configure, I just wanted to do something order. So in here, we can allow multiple orders. Okay. I just want to check box that. So basically check to allow multiple orders to be generated from the same code. So what happens is once you have, if this is not true, so once you have created an order and saved it and everything, right, you cannot generate another order from that same code. But if we want to be able to do that, we can just check mark this. So I just came here to do that, right? So that might be a requirement in the project, but if you ever want to generate multiple orders from the same code, you just come in here. So configuration, the order tab, and allow multiple orders, right? So that it's that. So if I go back here, so let's just see. So if I go back here, I'm going to try to complete an order. Okay. So if I go to this code, that's the code, right? So before you do, that's fine. That's fine. So now if I do this, I would say ordered. I would say safe. Okay. All products on the primary code have, so we cannot use this. Do you know why? Because we've already ordered this on the opportunity, right? So what I'm gonna do is I would create a new code. I would 1 second. Sorry guys, 1 second. Let me see if I can do with this one. So to complete an order, so what you want to do is sometimes it allows you to do this, and this, right? But if it doesn't, so just to be on the safe side, I would first make this primary, but let me make sure. Okay, so this has also been worked on, so we probably will get a problem with this as well. So what I'm going to do is this, I'll just change this to, sorry, I'll remove that. And then I would go back here and just remove any. Okay, so we don't have any. So let me just check one. Okay, all right. So let's try. If it doesn't, we'll create a new one. So I would say primary, I would save. Let's see if we get any error. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm gonna, oh, wait, what do we have in the code itself? Okay, that's fine. We don't need many products for now, so I'm just gonna save that. So if I do this, and let's try one more thing. Okay, that's fine. So technically, we should set this in the configure page that this cannot be ordered unless it's approved. We gotta get there anyway, but so far I'm just showing you how to create that order, okay? Then you can say order by line group. So if flag while setting the code to ordered, an order will be created for each line group with their associated quote lines, okay? So I would include this. I'll leave this for now. I would say save. So now I'm going to, one second, where is the account? So if I go to opportunity, one second. So in opportunity, we have, yeah, so that's that one there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So if I open, this is the one that we just did, I believe. If I open this, if I go to the related tab, okay, yeah, this is the so this is the order. So if I open, so we only have one order anyway. So okay, I'm just checking to make sure that everything is working properly. Okay, so now we have that order. So you guys can see that, right? So before you saw all these approvals and stuff like that. So this is the order. So let's just open this. Okay. So we're going to come to this anyway, but this is the order that was generated, right? And we have the order history so far here and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm going to come back to this anyway. So yeah, just, okay. All right. So let me see if I can show you some more stuff in here. Yeah, also, I want to talk about this. We're going to come back to that. We still got some more stuff to do, right? So Cpq package setting required approval code set to true. So what does this mean? So when true, only codes with approved status will be generated. So this is what I was talking about before, right? And other products are only created for quote lines that have non-zero quantity values. So what does that mean? So let's say, I don't know how that's going to be possible, but let's say a quote has as minus like negative 100 or negative 10, right? We're not going to be, excuse me, we're not going to be able to create an order on that kind of quote, right? But there is a workaround. We're going to get to that. So, but anyway, that's basically what that is. So enable negative quantity in the order setting. So when false, quote line with negative quantities with course order generated to fail. So we're going to see that in the org in the moment. So if I go back here, I'm going to go to, oh, wait, so already in order. So one second. This one right here. So check to require primary code to be approved before an order can be created, right? So this is the one that I talked about. I'm going to save that. And then there's one more thing. If I go to here, one second, where is this? We've seen this before anyway. We've seen this before. So we need the order settings here. So this is the other one, right? So basically, if we enable negative quantity, then that means we gotta be able to generate that quote if it has a negative quantity, right? But by default, it's not gonna be able to do that. Same thing, if we enable zero quantity, then that means we can generate a quote or an order with zero quantity. Otherwise, we cannot do that. So that's basically what I was talking about. And if I go back here, so uh, yeah, this is what I just did, right? A lot. Okay, we've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen that one. Okay, so good. So now I would just move on to contract. Okay, contract. So contract is a legally binding agreement between two parties, and that is regarding the buying and selling of goods or services. So if we want to create a contract, we can create that from an order, right? I'm going to show you that. So basically, what we do is we get to walk through that as well. So do we have an order here? Well, I'm going to do an example. Sorry, guys. I have a bit of flu today. Sorry. So this is the contracted, right? So we got to see all of that, okay? And if I go back here, there's something here. Okay, so the following settings are required. Why I wanted to add more notes here. So you guys should keep this link, okay? Because I'm still gonna add more stuff to there's some more stuff that I want to add to this. So just keep this link to handy. There might be some times when I'm gonna add more stuff to it, okay? So the following requirements are required while creating a contract record from an order, okay? Because sometimes I miss this, especially like that subscription. Like sometimes I'm wondering, oh, why is the order contract not creating, right? If there is no subscription, especially this happens, well, obviously after like 2 or 3 times, then you remember, right? So an order with at least one subscription other products, right? So that's required. All subscription other products are active. The related opportunity has not been contracted for the quote associated with the order, right? We saw something similar just now where the opportunity was already ordered, but then I tried again on the quote, but it's saying that we already submitted an order, right? So the other products must be related to the quote line of the quote from which the order was generated. So let's see if we can play around with some stuff. Okay. So another thing is Salesforce CPQ sets the dates on each contract records based on the contract start date, right? This is one of the notes that I wanted to add as well. So that's based on the contract start dates because it's inherited from the order start date field value. I need to show you that in the org as well. You guys might not. Yeah, it's better to do this in the org anyway. So let me just, if I go back here, if I do quote, so let's pick edge. Actually, one second. If I go here, let me see what opportunities we have. What? Salesforce. What's the problem? What? You might need to refresh. I broke the org, right? I swear I haven't done anything crazy here. Okay. Um, let's see something here. I'm trying to find one with one opportunity only. So let's see what we have with this one. How many opportunities do we have for this account? So if I go to this account, okay, so we know that this account has 3 opportunities. Okay, that's good. So that's Genie point, right? Okay, so maybe I can use that. If I know what was the opportunity name, I'll go back to, okay, all right, so that one. So if I go to quote new, yeah, let's use this guy, account. I guess we can use this one. Okay, so then I'm gonna give this start date here. Where is the start date? Somewhere here. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna give this a start date of today. Okay, so it says that this code expires on this day, right? On this date. So I'll leave that. You can change that as well if you want to, but for the sake of practice, I'll just leave that for now. And I'm gonna do save. Now I'm gonna add some products. Okay, I'm gonna add some products. Custom price. Let's do that. Right, our product is on this, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. So if I do, I'll do this one. I'll do, I need a laptop. I need a laptop. What was that laptop name? I think this is a laptop. I just want to pick some random stuff, okay? I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick do we have any other laptop? No, okay, I'll just pick like keyboard. What else? What else? What else should I pick? Okay, that's fine. I'll just select this for now. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have this. I'll save. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do this primary save. I'm playing save here, and I'm gonna do this as well. Now we should get an error. We should get an error now. Yep. So the primary code must be approved before an order can be created. You guys know why? Because we changed that settings that says it must be approved before we can move on, right? So I just made it approved, and I think I will just save this for now. Okay, good. So now what I'm gonna do is I go to this tab here. Yep, so we have an order. So let me close all of this. We don't need this, guys, for now. I'll leave this one. But the other ones, wait, what's this? Yeah, I'll leave this one. That's the back end. So I'm gonna open this in a new tab. Okay. Now, why do we need a contract, right? So why do we need a contract? We need a contract to track the product. So that's why we need a contract so we can track the product. Okay. So if I say there's few ways you can activate, you can do this, or you can just come here and activate. I would say activate, right? So now I'm looking for, um, one second. Okay, so this is the contracted button that I was talking about before. So now if I check this box, one second, if I go here, right, there's no contracts at the moment, right? So if we have a subscription product, then a contract should be created. So now I'm going to make this as true. I would say save, okay? All right, so now if I go back and refresh this page, hopefully we should get an an order, right? A contract. Okay, so we didn't get a contract. And we have all of these guys there. So there are field reasons. So if I just do this again. Okay, 1 second. So contracted that. Okay, let me just check something here. There are few things that can cause this, but so we had on that quote, we had okay, let's so do I need the opportunity object or 1 second. So what was that object? So I think it's the order. So let me try this. Mm, okay, it should be this one here. So if I do opportunity, so I'm gonna say, okay, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, sometimes when a contract is not created, there are few things that can cause it. The most common one is the contract must have a date and it should have like that contract subscription, right? That subscription is to be filled in. But anyway, so if I just do this, I'm just trying to that might not solve it, but I'm trying to think of mm, we have the code there, so that's fine. That's good. Okay, I'll refresh this page. Okay. Now I'm gonna try that one more time. So if I say it's activated. Okay. So if I say contracted, save, refresh. So this is the contract. So in order for me, oh yeah, you guys can see that, right? So that fixed the problem, right? So you guys make note of what I did, okay? Because you might run into this problem in real time, right? So this is coming from experience. Another thing that happens is one other reason why this is not going to be created is in this contract itself, if you don't have the well, let me just open one so I can just show you. So this is going to cause a problem as well in real time. So you guys know. No, let me go to the product itself. Let me go to product. What I just showed you guys, you're not going to find it Googling. Like a lot of people struggle to know what the issue is in here, right? I don't, let me not say never, but I don't think you would find this solution in Google. So this is very important. But anyway, let me show you another reason. This you would find in Google anyway. So the other one I want to show you, if you have that issue, internet subscription, right? So these must have Must have, yeah. So this must be present, okay? So if this is not there, then that contract is not going to be generated, okay? So important to note that, right? Now, what was I going to show you guys? So we have a contract. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this contract in a different tab. And right, what happened here, guys? We ordered many products. Why are we only seeing this in here? I want an answer in the chat. So why is it showing only? I mentioned this when I was talking before I jumped into the org, right? So why is it only showing only these products, and where is our other products? Why are they not showing here? Anybody want to give a guess, like guess and tell us why it's not showing? Anybody? It's not showing exactly because these are subscriptions. So the contract is only related to the subscription. So now looking at this right here. So where is it? Where is this stuff? No. Oh, sorry, here. Actually, you know what? Let me just copy this. So if I go back here, if I do below, or actually, instead of having this, I would just do this, right? Oops, oops, oops. What did I do? Did I paste? Okay, good. Yeah, so instead of having that there, I will just have something like this, right? Yeah, so this is better. So when the contract was created, we have two things that is happening here. So we have the subscription and we have the assets, right? So if I go back, so this is the contract, right? So we can see the contracted products in the subscription. So now, where are we going to find our other products? Because I already showed you guys the answer. So you can tell me in the chat, like, where are we going to find the other products? So looking at this in the assets, yeah, that's right, in the assets. Yeah, okay, good. So you guys are following. So now, let me just quickly check something here. So if I go to the contract, we should have it anyway. Yeah, we did it the first day, right? But I just wanted to check something. Okay, that's fine. That's good. So now, how do we get to the assets? This is not Cpq. This is Salesforce. So how do we get to the assets? How can we confirm that yes, this is in the assets? So how do we do that? So we go to the account. That's the account, right? Let me see. What do we have here? So the contract. Yeah, 1 second. So this is the quote. This is the order. This is the contract. Okay, good. So now if I go to the account, open in a new tab, related. So we should have, yeah, here we go. Right. So now the other standalone products, they're not subscription products. So now we can find them under assets, right? So this is where you find them. Okay. So now let's talk about amending contracts. Let me see, did I put any notes for you guys? Yeah, contract amendment. Okay. So changes to existing contract can be addressed by amendment process. Okay. So that is how we can, if we want to make any changes. So we can add products or edit product quantities on the contract. So if we're using an asset-based renewal model, then we can change the assets on the quotes and the orders, right? So we have a renewal model. So that's like a package setting that will be available on the account object, and the account level value will override the package settings. Okay. So the account renewal model, we can use that to determine the way that we perform amendments as well. Okay. And another thing is that the amendment code contains quote lines for all the contract assets and active subscription products. Okay. So, and then we're going to get to renewals as well, but let's do some amendments. Okay. So if I go to, where is that account? We have account opened. Okay, good. I go to the details. So I need, okay, good. So this is the renewal model that I was talking about. Okay. So in here, we have asset-based and contract-based. Okay. So asset-based is based on products like car, like old, like more like a physical product, while the contract-based is for subscription products. Okay. And in order for us to do an amendment, we need to go to contract. So I think where is that contract? So, okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate this contract. Okay, activate. Now it's activated. So the next thing we're going to do is create on amend. Again, it's in this button, drop down here. So amend. Now it's going to create a new code. Just watch, okay? So you do that again, you do it twice, okay? It's going to create a new code. So what are we doing? We're amending that contract, right? So if we do amend, now it should create a new code. Come on. So guys, whenever you see this happening in Cpq, it means that it's working behind the scenes. So could not retrieve the request does not exist. So that's not a common. I don't think I've seen that error before. I have no idea what's going on. Could not retrieve mappable fields on object contract. The requested source does not exist. So yeah, this is not very common, but I can find out. 1 second. So if I go back, cancel, I so that's activated. So that's the contract. Mm, hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one before. Let's just try one more time. I have no idea. Error while loading contracts, could not retrieve mappable fields on contract. Request source does not exist. Okay, let's see, what does that mean? What does that mean? Hmm. Okay, so these cells. So add the subscription pricing field to the permission setter authorization user as assigned. So, okay, so go to setup. Oh, connected apps, use it. Okay, let's try that. So setup. connected apps, right? I'm not gonna try to fix this, but I don't want to. I think I want to complete this tonight. So, mm, click on the user account for Steelbrick. I don't see Steelbrick here. So, so user account. So this is data loader. Set up for auth usage. Yeah, I might just I'll try to troubleshoot this. It's not very common one that I've seen. So use legacy. I mean, let me just go back and see if there's any other one. Yeah, this is a steel brick issue, right? There's something kind of broken in that thing. So that's more like a steel brick issue. So if I do one more time, let me see if I can just by looking at the error on its own. Where is that? So if I do, that's the account. So could not retrieve mappable fields on object contract. Mappable fields on object contract. The requested source does not exist. Mappable field on object contract. So mappable fields. Let me check those fields and see. Um, Okay, I might just try one more and see, but I'll probably try a different quote. But anyway, yeah, I really need to show you guys this. So let me try something here. Okay, let me just do it real quick. So if I go back to uh, quote, let me just see if I can find one. This one, right? 0004. Let me just see what we have. Have we done anything on this before? Oh, come on. Don't be too slow. Okay, let's try. I don't want to do this. Let me just do this. Where is it? Approval printing none. Okay, let me just go to related tab. Yeah, I don't want this. This is probably not gonna work, but let's try. So if I do, sorry, I think this thing is kind of broken because it's not even responding. Hmm. My screen is doing all my Salesforce org is kind of going crazy right now. Come on, come on. Don't do this. Come on, come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Wow, this is really slow. Oh my goodness. Why is it doing this? So if I do edit lines, I just want to make sure if I can have like one subscription product in this. If I do add product, I'll just quickly pick this one. I would say select cable TV. Probably gonna get the same error, but I might maybe I should use another org, but I'll save this. I'll do this. Okay, just to be on the safe side. The primary cooker because because an order has been created. Oh man, I don't want to be creating codes. Come on, come on, come on. What? Okay. Contract. 1 second. So it's activated. Let me refresh. This is really slow. I might just explain if it's not working. You guys might want to troubleshoot. It will take time, and I want to cover. We can troubleshoot after 8 p.m. If anyone wants to wait, we can do that. But I might just continue. 1 second. Let me just make sure that that code wasn't created. So. Why? Field mapping fields. Field mapping. What error is that? Could not retrieve mappable fields on object contract. The request source does not exist. The request. Okay, just bear with me. I might as well just try something else here. I need to make sure that this is working. So if I quickly, oh man, come on. Request source. I don't want to reboot my system. I don't want to get out of this meeting because it's gonna drag. We gotta stay longer. I would have said if I can reboot because I don't like it when it's too slow. Like it's I don't like it when it's doing that. You know what? You know what? Hold on a second, guys. I might just show you in another org. Okay, just 1 second, please. I'll probably need to log in to, how can I do that now? Let me grab the username. Sorry, 1 second. This is just too slow for my liking at the moment. So if I do, man, what's that username? Just bear with me, okay? I'm trying to get into another org and probably continue with that org. Yeah, yeah, it's slow as well. This is, oh man. Sorry, I'm trying to log in into another org, but it's just really, really slow. So first I need to find the username. Okay, now if I can know the password. So if I do, hopefully that's the username. Okay, Looks like I might have the password here. So if I do log in. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to retrieve. It's just too slow. It's really out of my control right now. The other system that I'm trying to get it from is slow. This is slow, so I don't know if I should just reboot or I don't even know if that's the username. But anyway, oh, okay. I got the password. Okay. All right. So let me show you with this org. Okay. So I'll probably have to start from, I'll just retrace my steps back a little bit. So if I do, you gotta bear with me. This is really slow. I have no idea. Let me just see if I have anything running in the background for some reason. I don't know why it does that. Okay, 1 second. Just bear with me, please. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Wow, this is really slow. Oh my goodness. I might have to reboot my computer. I don't know, but this is really, really slow. This is not helping at all. This is another org. I'm trying to show you that in another org. This is a different org that I'm trying to get into. Oh man. Okay. You know what? I might just need to reboot my system. This is not gonna take us anywhere tonight. But before I do that, I need to keep this so I can quickly retrieve it. So if I just do, I need that. I need um I need this. It's just drilled anyway. All right. So okay. So sorry guys. Let me just reboot this system. It's really not helping right now. Don't want to stay any longer. Okay. I'll be right back. Thanks. We can pause recording, please. Let's pause the recording, please. Sorry about that. I don't know why this is doing this. I'm gonna pause. That's fine anyway, because we still haven't made any headway, so that's good. So sorry about that. So this, okay, so if I open this, so I just want to see the difference in this price book. So this is cute. Oh. Yeah, I know why. Actually, guys, this is one of the bugs that I was gonna create for you guys. This is one of the bugs. Let me see. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't get to create that for you guys. This is gonna, if anyone can get this, okay. I'm not even gonna say it. Why? So now I'm trying to, so look at this, guys. I'm using the same price book ID, okay? Watch this, okay? And this, right? So now, if I go to edit lines here, I can see all of my products. Okay. So watch this, guys. So you guys are going to come across this in real time. Okay. And just because I'm rushing, I didn't get to give you that bug to work on, right? So you guys can see that now. Look at this. I'm trying to edit line and add products. Why? Why is this happening? Can someone tell me real quick before I continue? Very important. This is gonna drive anyone crazy in out there, right? And I'm glad that I'm able to that it happened now because I forgot about that actually. I wanted to create this kind of bug for you guys as part of your project, but I forgot. Can someone tell me? So the products are active, we have price book, as you guys can see. I was able to see all of them here, right? So why wasn't I able to see them here? Like, I'm trying to add them. This is going to happen in real time. This is going to happen in real time, and it's going to drive you crazy if you don't know what you're doing. So someone just tell me, like, what do you feel could be the problem? That problem, it's on this page, right? It's on this page. And it's not a prize book ID because I already checked. So what do you guys feel could be the problem that I'm not able to add this product? Just a guess, like just someone, right? Don't, there's no right or wrong answer. I will still tell you what it is, right? Quickly, guys, quickly. Okay, you guys don't, no one have an idea. Okay, this is the reason. I'll show you this right here. Watch. This is gonna happen in real time. You're not gonna find maybe I don't know. Maybe you can find the answer on Google. There's not a lot of CPQ help on Google, right? So watch this, okay? If I cancel out of this other one, can you guys see the difference? Can you see that, right? So now I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna change this to USD and save, okay? Now we should be good. It should be good. I don't like this org though. I've used it before and I don't like it because I messed it up a little bit. But anyway, we should still be good. Okay, so now we're good, right? So what I'm just gonna do, I have similar stuff anyway. So I'm gonna do, but this is not as nice as the one that I'm using for you guys. I don't have images and so many other things here. So I'm just gonna add one more. Do I have a laptop? No, I don't. I like to add, okay, I'll just add this, right? Yeah, I'll add that. Okay, select, save. Change this to primary. Did I put a date? The start date? Okay, good. So save. And I'm gonna change these as well. I would say, okay, save. Okay, primary code must be approved. Yeah, same thing. I think I already did that in this one. Okay, good. Now, what's next? So if I go to the related tab, so that is the order. So if I do this, pretty much the same thing that I did before, right? So if I do activate, and do we have the contracted stuff in here? Okay, we do. So one more thing. So if I do this, save, refresh. Okay, so that's the contract. It got created. So now I'm going to open this contract in a new tab. Okay. And so you guys are you've seen that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we are on the amending of contract, right? So I'm just going to do activate. Okay, contract was activated, and I'm gonna do amend. Okay, so that's the only subscription product that we can amend, right? So if I do amend, okay. So now I told you guys that it's gonna create a quote, right? So I told you it's gonna create a quote. So this code is the same as the previous one, okay? It's exactly the same as the other one. So it's just basically creating a code, right? So now if I go to wait 1 second. If I go to code details, if 1 second, if I go to the account, I wanted to show you this before we actually did that, but that's okay. So in the upper, yeah, so you guys can see that. So now we have amendment for contract in that opportunity, right? So this is what was there before. So now we have this amendment for contract for this for the one that we just created, right? So now, so the next thing that we gotta do is if I go to where is, okay, this is the order. So if I do, one second. So that's the code, right? That's the one that just got created. I'm gonna save this. So what's the number? What's the number? 0072. Okay, good. So 1 second. So the order is going to be the same, okay? Nothing is going to change. This is like sometimes you would hear a ghost quote, okay? So this is like a ghost quote. This is not valid now. This is an amendment, okay? It's more like a what you would hear the word ghost quote, okay? So now if I go to 1 second, so where is our order? So where is our contract? Sorry, where is our contract? So this is 00116. Okay, good. So if I go to, wait, I'm trying to see if there's any difference in here. So, okay, I'll close this one. What about this? I'll do this. So I'm going to open this contract. There's two things that I want to show here. Something is missing here. Something is missing here. 1 second. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, come on. Okay, so in here we have renewal forecast and we have the renewal quoted. Okay, so this we've come all the way to contract so far, right? So sorry guys, I'm probably gonna spend additional 10 to 15 minutes to cover for the time that we lost. Okay, so this is the contract that we are in right now. So we have the renewal contract, sorry, the renewal forecast and the renewal quoted. Okay, so this renewal forecast is to create a renewal opportunity. Okay, so whenever we click, we do this. This is to create a renewal opportunity. So if we want to create a renewal quote, then we need to check this box. Okay, so if I just do, so if I just do this renewal forecast, save. Okay. Okay, if I go to the related. So now it's created a renewal opportunity, right? Which is what I just explained, right? So now we have what is called a renewal opportunity, okay? So it just created that. So I think what I'm gonna do here is if I just do this, edit, and do something like, I just want to differentiate, okay? I want to make sure that I see the difference. I think that's what I want to do. So what is actually the use of a renewal opportunity? So whenever you see a renewal opportunity or anything that has to do with opportunity, this boils down to the need of having opportunity in Salesforce. And in a nutshell, opportunity is basically used to track the deal stage, right? So basically you're saying, oh, where is this deal now? All these stages, right? So just checking the prospecting stage is 10%, all of these things, right? So that's the use of that of opportunity in Salesforce. Okay. So now if I do 1 second. Yeah, so this is the renewed contract, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open, let me just check something here. I'm gonna open this in a new tab, okay? Just watch what we're doing, folks. So for whenever we do a renewal forecast, renewal opportunity can be created as soon as we create the contract, right? We've seen that. So what we do, or what we're gonna do is if we create a renewal quote when the service or contract is about to end, then what's going to happen is the sales rep will kind of reach out. Well, I'm talking about real time, okay? So the sales rep, so this here, I'm talking about the renewal quote, right? So whenever that is created and in real time, so there's going to be a form of conversation between the sales rep and the account contact, and they're gonna negotiate like a new terms and then create the renewal quote and things like that, right? And then after that conversation, then we're gonna do something like this. Renewal quoted. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna say save. So now if I go back here, Okay, so now you guys can see we have a quote created, right? If I go back to, where is that opportunity that, can you guys see the difference? So when we click on the forecast renewal, no quote was created, right? But now when we click on the what's the other one? 1 second, I have so many tabs opened here. So when we clicked on renewal forecast, there was no quote in the opportunity. When we click on renewal quoted, then now we have a quote in that opportunity, right? So if I now go to this quote and let me see if I can just edit from here. Can I not just, no, I cannot do that. So once again, I'm going to open this in a new tab. I can just close maybe this and this. So now I'm going to do edit lines. Okay. So what did you guys notice anything different? Now it's changed the date from the 28th of next year to 24th, right? So now it's adding another 1 year to that contract, right? The current one would be from 2022 to 2023. So this is the major changes, right? This is not gonna kick in anyway until the following year, but it's just gonna sit in the system, okay? So we're still going to have the same product. Nothing is going to change. It's just that that date is going to change because this is an amendment, right? So we're making an amendment. So basically now, in order for this to kick in, right, you're just going to follow the same process again, which is make it primary, make it approved, ordered here, and just the same cycle of what we did, right? You're gonna do the same thing again, and it would just do complete that cycle, right? Complete that amendment cycle. Okay. So now there's something else that so if I just do here, so we have two opportunities. So if you go to the account, you can see all the opportunities under this. Okay. So there's something called, actually, this is probably where I'm going to end this for the contract and the amendment and the renewals and stuff, because that is where that ends. But there's something else that I wanted to show you guys. It's called inline attributes. Okay, inline attributes. Let me see if I can use the other org to show you guys. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll come back to this. I don't like this org. It's an old org. So yeah, so we're kind of done with the contracts, and let me just come back here so I can follow the notes. Why is it not working? Come on. Oh my goodness, this is just so slow today. I really, really apologize. I think the internet might just be having issues again. So if I go here, hopefully the notes are still intact, okay? So if I go to here, wow. Yeah, so that's it about the contract amendment. That is where we're gonna end the CPQ class, but I just wanted to add it something. Hopefully it works, okay? So you guys have the CPQ mini project 2. So what I'm gonna do is I want to use our normal org for this. Hopefully, I have no idea. I'm gonna look into that. But I was able to show you with another org anyway. So I'm gonna do this. And you guys can troubleshoot and see if you get the same thing. You might not get the same. I think it's my org that is probably kind of messed up. So we have what is called inline attributes. Okay, so inline attributes are attributes specific to product options inside a feature, right? So they are kind of used to collect data that are specific to product options and also that belongs to a particular feature. And it can be used for product options that are outside a feature. I'm going to explain to you. I have a small assignment, and then we can wrap it up there. Well, it's slow again. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I got that message again that the internet is not stable. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, I think it's slow again, but if I can just pull this through real quick. So if I go to I don't know. I think if I'm not able to show you, this is just something on the side anyway. I just wanted you guys to see that, but if I'm not able to show you guys, I'm just class here. Product option, come on. This is really, really bad. Really, really so. Okay, so I'm gonna create. I didn't get the time to also put this in my Excel document. This is like a not mini project, but like a use case or a requirement, right? It's about inline attribute, okay? But I think I might not be able to show you guys because this thing is really, really slow. I think let me keep going. Let me just try my best, okay? So it's gonna be a pick list. So you guys would see what I'm trying to show you in a moment, okay? So if I go next, why is this doing this? Okay, you know what I'll do? Okay, you know what I'll do? I will type out the steps to follow. Okay, it's responding a little bit. So we're gonna add some speed to our system, right? So I'm gonna say 1.35 MHz, and then I'm gonna say 1.7. I don't know if these are actually real, but I'm just putting that there. So we're gonna say 2.135 MHz. I'll copy this. I might need it later. So if I just copy, put it in here. Okay. All right. So next. Next, save and new. So we're gonna have this is another pick list. Sorry, pick list. And next, we're gonna say I need that later. Okay. So if I do next, we're in the product option. Okay. So now now it looks like the system is fast again. The internet is fast again. So if I do real quick, so this is good. So if I do code line, pick list. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, so if I do this is code line right here. Okay. So if I go back to, so this is good, I think. So if I go back to yeah, I should have made this a project, but it's, no, sorry, I need a field set. If I do new one, I think, if I say processor, right? I'll just put that there for now. I would save this. So I want something about, where is this? I want the product name. I want the product code, the quantity, CPU cores, yeah. And I need the speed as well. And also the unit price. Okay, I think that's good. So I'll save that. So what I'll do, I'll go to, yeah, I should have given this to you guys as a project, to be honest. So I'll do, but you guys would see what I'm trying to do in a moment. Okay. So it's a use case, but I didn't get to put it in my Excel sheet because I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to get, meet up with this today. So what do I want to do now? So this is product feature. Okay. So if I go to, okay, this one and this, if I say, that's right? Okay, save. Now I'm going to go back to products. I'm going to end with this tonight, okay? Once again, I do apologize about this lag in the internet and stuff like that. So if I do processor, if I do this, configuration field set equals to processor, yes. So now, if I go to a quote, I'm going to the which one can I use? Can I use this? Edit lines. And come on. I'm gonna delete all of this. I will do a quick save. I will try to add, and hopefully that should show up. So if I do our bundle product, right? Can you guys see that? So basically this is a requirement, okay? This is, but I was gonna add this as part of the assignment or project. So now we want to add the speed and cores to this, right? So for example, if I click on this, then I would be able to select the speed, the core, whatever, right? So I can do the same for all of these guys, right? So I can say I7 is high speed. I would give this this, and I would give this I5 this. Okay, I would say I7 is multiple, right? Yeah. I just wanted to show you guys that, okay? So that is inline. So whenever you have anything to do with inline attributes, this is how you guys saw what I did, right? So you can always go back to watch the video and yeah, and you can play around. So if let me see if we can, please review your required, 1 second. So please review required configured attributes. So what did I do wrong? So I don't know. Do I really need to pick that? I don't think that's the issue though, is it? But anyway, you guys can play around, right? So I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, continue. Save. Come on. All right. Now, if I go here and if I open that code line again, this thing is slow again. I'm going to stop here anyway. That's fine. So if I go to, I think next, wait, if I open this. Let me open this as well. Just yeah, we're gonna stop here tonight, but just see. I need this is the bundle. No, it's not gonna be on the bundle, it's gonna be on that product itself. So if I do refresh, yeah, I'm so sorry about this. I really have no control over this internet speed today. So it's more, yeah, so that's what we picked, right? So now we can see the speed and we can see the cores and everything, right? So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. So this is it about CPQ. So the next journey would be to, yeah, this brings us to the end of our CPQ journey. So the next phase would be, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to coordinate with probably Rafiat and Black Force and for the certification prep. I'm not sure if we can pull it through for tomorrow, so probably next weekend or maybe some day in the evening next week. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can get for you guys with regards to the certification prep. So as soon as I get some stuff that I can share, then I would contact Black Force or I would reach out to Rafiat, and then we can set up a time, probably evening like this during the week, or maybe on Saturday or something, right? Then we'll see what we can do. But that's pretty much about CPQ. So please go through the project. It's going to open your eyes to a lot of stuff. Like you guys are going to break a lot of things. Yeah, you guys can see it, right? For example, I still have no idea why that the amendment wasn't working, right? But it's something that I'm going to look into after the class. But I was able to show you in another org, right? Another org that I use as well. Anyway, yeah. So you guys can see that. Okay. All right, guys. So that will be it. I'm going to pass it now